Palace Travel Agency. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm planning a trip to Antarctica.
Alright, where would you like to go in Antarctica?
I'm not sure actually. I don't know much about it. What are the main tourist attractions?
Alright, let's see. How about I give you this map here,
Alright,
so you can tell what I'm talking about, and then you can see what looks interesting and you can ask me questions.
alright,
Alright,
thanks.
let's see. The Ross Ice Shelf and the Ron Ice Shelf are nice this time of year, and the Queen Maud Mountains and the Transantarctic Mountains are also really pretty sights.
What about wildlife? I've heard they have beautiful wildlife there.
Let me look through some references here. Alright. Well, they have penguins, other birds, seals, and those are the main animals that are there, but there's other animals too, like whales and krill.
What are krill?
Well, they're small crustaceans, so they're like small shrimp.
What about icebergs and ice shelves and stuff like that?
Ice shelves are floating slabs of ice jutting out from the land. They're thick masses too. Glaciers are created over hundreds of years by densely packed snow. And icebergs are created when chunks of an ice cliff, ice shelf, or a glacier break off. And Antarctica is almost completely under ice.
What about the Transantarctic Mountains? I've heard a lot about those.
Well, the Transantarctic Mountains are the longest range in the continent. They stretch 3,000 miles from the Ross Sea, right there, to the Weddell Sea. Several of its mountains' peaks exceed 14,000 feet, and they rise to 15,000 feet in the Queen Maud Mountains.
What about the temperature? I've heard it's really cold there.
Well, if you're planning on being along the coast, it will average to about 4 below zero, or to almost as cold as 22 below zero. But if you're on the interior, it can be as cold as 31 below.
I want to hear more about the Ross Ice Shelf.
Well, the Ross Ice Shelf is the world's largest ice shelf. It's 4 times the size of New York and almost as large as Texas. It is approximately 3,000 feet thick. And then it slopes down to 650 feet when it meets the Ross Sea, right there. It's an enormous indentation in Antarctica.
What about the Queen Maud Mountains?
Well, they are a subdivision of the Transantarctic Mountains. They extend southeastward for 500 miles from the head of the Ross Ice Shelf. They were discovered in 1911 by Ronald Amundsen.
I want to hear more about the Ronnie Ice Shelf.
Well, it's a large body of floating ice, and it lies at the head of the Weddell Sea, and it's more than 500 feet thick. It extends inland for more than 520 miles.
Could you tell me more about the Amory Ice Shelf, please?
Okay. Its exact dimensions are unknown, but it is an indentation in the Indian Ocean coastline of Antarctica.
I heard a lot about Mount Erebus. I heard it's the biggest, or the largest peak on Ross Island.
Well, that's correct. Mount Erebus is the largest volcano on Ross Island, and it's still active. It stands at 12,444 feet.
My final question is about the Weddell Sea.
Alright. The Weddell Sea is a deep embankment of the Antarctic coastline that forms the southernmost tip of the Antarctic Ocean. And back here is another map spread out of Antarctica. As you can see, it's pretty much on the bottom tip of the world.
Yeah, and the Weddell Sea is by the peninsula of Antarctica.
Mm-hmm. As you can see, here's some penguins here, and here's pretty much where the ice cap ends along the coast. And then on the other page,
Got it?
there's a map, and here's the Weddell Sea, and the Queen Maud Mountains are right here. And then it doesn't show the Transantarctic Mountains, but they mainly just go along that way. And then, as you can see, the Ross Ice Shelf is right there, and the Ron Ice Shelf is right there. And that's mainly all the info that we have here at our store about Antarctica. So we'll give you a couple days to decide what you guys are gonna do, and then just give us a call.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
I'm not going to lay that stuff on them. But you do. You can't even help it. Matter of fact, I find I like it. It starts getting good to me, you know what I'm saying? Like when I tell my kids to do the dishes, what does do the dishes even mean? See, when my mother told me to do the dishes, it made make a hot, soapy water in the sink and do the dishes. It was an action thing. When I tell my kids do the dishes, it means, hey, Dork, can you open this door, pour the powder in here, close the little thing, and I don't want to, So I start with that. You know, and my mother told me to do the dishes, and they're thinking, oh, God, we're going to hear a half hour of this shit now. And my dad was better at that than anybody. Anything you said to my dad, it was an immediate comparison. Back to, I don't care what you said. Dad, I'm going to go out and get some air. Air? We didn't have air when I was a kid, son. Better believe that shit. Dad, my leg hurts. Legs? Where I come from, we didn't have legs, boy. We were hungry. We ate our legs. You ever ask your dad for a ride to school? Oh, you get a ride to school, but you wish to God you would have walked. Because you also get a free ride back to his childhood. I don't even know where the hell he came from, but it was one desolate part of the United States. All I know is nobody had shoes, and they all walked 25 miles of unpaved road in the middle of dead winter and snow up to their ass, and it was uphill both ways. Yeah. That was part of being a dad. I believe with all my heart, ladies and gentlemen, that a child, every child, desperately needs the balance of both maternal and paternal attention. Not good to have one without the other. Folks, don't get a divorce. And unless your marriage is irreparably damaged, hang in there. Damn it, don't. Oh, we'll just get a divorce. Shit. Hang in there. My wife and I, we hang in there. Sure. For 18 years. We fight, yes. I called her names I was proud I knew. And she's called me shit I wrote down. But we hang in there. That's the deal. We love each other, you know. She come to me the other day. She said, we have got to talk. I said, how come when we talk, my lips don't move? But we hang in there. Because your dad fills one need in your life and your mother fills another, contrary to what some would have you believe. Your dad teaches you to stand tall, stand your ground, swing a baseball bat, catch a fish, yes, even fart. Don't look at me like that. You didn't have a real dad if you didn't say, pull my finger. I was a dad. Your dad. Left up to your mom, you're never going to fart. Moms have no gas. Except sometimes when they sneeze. Achoo. Dad say God bless you, dear mother. I want to pull her finger, Dad. Your mom fills another side of your life. She gives you hugs and kisses and love and guidance and values. She's concerned about things your dad could care less about, like your nutrition. Think your dad cares? Left up to your dad, you could eat Clark bars 3 times a day. He doesn't give a shit. Your mother stays on top of that. Honey, eat your vegetables. That'll make you regular. And Christ, when you're 6, you neither understand nor care about regular. At that age, you can digest Tinker Toys, for God's sakes. You ever seen a couple 6-year-olds in the playground? John, do you ever get bound up? I know I